Hey, so I'm gonna be teaching you how to sew. First thing you want to do is get your materials out. Hold on. Here it is. I'm gonna be doing this patch right here, Carnifex. I got this at a concert. Let me go ahead and get my needle and thread real quick. Alright, I got my needle and thread. A lot of crust punks use dental floss. I'm gonna be using dental floss because it's a bit bolder and you can see what I'm doing easier. I normally use black upholstery thread. So, and here's my needle case. For the needles, it's easier to thread the needle with a bigger eye than it is with a smaller eye. So, go ahead and get one. And I dropped it. Okay. Alright, so here's the eye. This top part here of the hole, that's called the eye. If you didn't know that already. Get some thread here. So for sewing like patches and stuff, you want to like get about 2 arms length. I'm just only gonna use this like 1 because I feel like that'd be a waste since I'm only doing a tutorial. I'm only using this thread as a tutorial. Anyway, so what you want to do is thread your needle. Once you got it threaded, you line up the ends right here. Make sure they're nice and lined up. Do this so that way your needle goes all the way to the bottom. Once you got that, make sure once you got that, make sure the ends of your needles are the same length here. Then to make them stick together, you can just do that, add some moisture. Then here's how you tie the knot. Take your 2 fingers, wrap it around, and there should be a little opening right here between your fingers. You want to take this end and wrap it around that little opening. Oh, see, like that. And to grab a hold of it, you just use your lips to grab a hold of it, and then you want to do that a couple more times. I usually do 3, so here's the second one, and then now the third one. The more you loop around the circle right here, the easier it is. But once you're done doing the loop, you take this finger right here, the middle finger, put this right here so that way you have a hold on it, and just pull. And that's how you make your knot. To make the knot more secure, you can pull on it like that, make it more tight, and there you go, you have your knot. Alright, once you have your patch where you want it to be, sometimes it bubbles up like this, but when you press it down, and like you press these things down, right, how it's sort of bubbling up, press these down, bend them a bit, and now they're flat. Now they're flush with the fabric. So I'm just bend these down real quick. See? No more bubble. Alright, now I'm gonna show you two different ways to do the whip stitch. One, yeah. Alright, the first technique is the up and down technique. So basically what you do is that you pierce the fabric wherever you want to pierce it at. Sometimes sewing can be a bit tough. Like the patch can be a bit tough. Kind of having trouble right here. Alright, I got the needle through the fabric here. Now I'm just pull it out. So once you get that pulled out, you just pretty much take the needle and go underneath. And once you pierce your fabric right here, you wanna hold on. Let me get this needle out. Keep on having to pause the video. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to end the video because my dad was calling my phone. Anyway, once you get your needle through, you just, you know, pull it through here. And then once you got your needle through that, all you have to do is just see, like, the border here. All you have to do is just go outside of the border and make sure it lines up, pierce the fabric, push the needle through, and then repeat. My tail where the knot is went through here. Anyway, and then do that for like all around here. So that was the first method of the whip stitch, and I call that the up and down stitch. So basically the two different stitches are used when two different situation arises. The up and down stitch, which is what we did, where it goes, you know, up, over, and then down. That's basically if you're working with thicker fabric with like multiple layers, and the con is that it takes a lot longer than the second stitch, was I'm going to show here shortly. And besides, I think it looks a lot, it makes it easier to neater stitches, but I think that comes with like practice with the second one. Anyway, here's the second one. So the second sewing method of the whip stitch I'm going to show you is what I call the up and over. So basically what you want to do is, instead of going straight down, all you want to do is line it up with your thread right here, go down, make sure your needle, hold on. Alright, go down, make sure your needle catches the fabric, go at the angle so that way your needle can go up through the fabric, the patch itself. This one's kind of hard to do with one hand, but I got it. See that? See? And yeah, let me pull this out because it's kind of hard to do with one hand. See? Alright, so if that's type of stitching, the pros is that it's a lot more faster, and I think that's it really. The cons, I don't know if there's any cons, I forgot. I guess messier stitching if you're kind of new to it. Yeah, but it's kind of tricky at first, but once you get used to it, I mean, you can stitch pretty fast. But yeah, that's basically the two stitching methods I wanted to show you. Now, let me go ahead and sew this patch on, and I'll show you how to close this baby off. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna sew all around it. I just realized that I can just show you with the two stitches that I already made. So to close it off, once you like went all the way right here, is that you want to take your needle. I don't think it matters if you go this way or that way, but you want to catch your needle right here under the last stitch you made. Pull that through. Once you got that through, oh wait, hold on, kind of messed up here. I think it's fine. You want to do that again, but first you want to pull on your string to tighten it real quick. Alright, sorry. We have a little visitor here. Hey there, bud. This cat's name is Snickers. You like the candy. I know you want attention, bud, but hold on, I'm doing a tutorial right now. Go underneath the stitch again. Now, here's what you want to do. Oh, let me get this thing unstuck from the button. Alright. When it has that loop right here, you want to take your needle and go through the loop here. See? There's 1 time, 2 times. What are you doing? You trying to eat my patch? It's not food. Then 3 times. Then you can do like 2 times is fine, but like I don't know. Then you just pull it through here. And you can just use your fingernail, thumb fingernail, just to like push the knot down to the patch here. And once you have your knot down, this looks horrible, I know, but I used floss and this patch is like really stiff. But it gets the concept down. Anyway, you want to take some scissors, cut it, and to do what I'm about to do, you need synthetic thread, like thread that has plastic in it, like not like cotton or anything like that, because if you do cotton, then your thread's just basically gonna break. But you want to get a lighter. Once you have your lighter acquired, what you want to do now, this is probably the coolest part of the process aside from getting the patch on, is you want to burn this. See, you might see the plastic bubbling, right? That bubble is what you want. And then you take the end of your lighter and just smash it down. And what that does is the melted plastic from the tail, it melts onto the little knot and then it cases in like a hard shell of plastic. making your knots more durable. See that? And yeah, that's basically how you sew on a patch. Also make sure your knots are tighter than what I did here. But yeah, that's basically it.